reflect back on the time that we had together celebrating Matariki as a very precious time, and both of you brought wonderful gifts to share with us in that time. And so what I'd like to do in this podcast conversation is just keep, as Taonga, some of those reflections. So maybe a place we can start, I'll introduce you. There's Helen Ruston and Coral, what?
Tātana.
I didn't know that. So this is Helen Ruston and Coral Tātana, and they came to share their skills and talents around a rāranga project, but it was so much more than that. And we're going to talk about that, but they were sharing it with the tamariki and the rangatahi that come to Accelerating Aotearoa's Geek Camp holiday program every year, really. And kids here grow up with us, grow up with our time together, grow up as a community and welcome other people in. And that was something that Coral just mentioned now and a few minutes ago, and we'll go back to that because that's one of the gifts of this special time together. So Helen, could I ask you, if you want to just overview, really what the Matariki vision was in the project, the work that you did with us over the Matariki time.
Right. Well, when you contacted me and talked about the possibility, I had some ideas, but as more people became involved, everybody had their own idea. And for instance, I was thinking about a piece of trellis work against the wall, and I was talking about it with my daughter Ellie over coffee, and she said, "No, Mum, you want it on the ceiling with the stars hanging down." And I thought, of course. And she said, "And you don't want trellis work. You want something more natural. Use bamboo or use Ruton from the harakeke or something like that, so that it's more natural." And then my friend's daughter Pariwai said, "Oh, Mum always uses chiffon." And so that's how we wound the chiffon in between to catch the light.
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just breathtaking.
And when I was talking about it with my husband, he said, "Oh, yeah, I can make that." And yeah, I had no kitchen for 3 days because we were making a cloud in our kitchen of, I think it was 22 pieces of 2.4 metre bamboo, and there was no room for anything else. But that didn't matter. And he said, "You've got to have lights on it." So he looked online and then he drove all around finding the right kind of lights to reflect down in Jamaica. He looked at our stars that we'd made out of flax, and he taught our girls who'd been practicing making flax stars so that they could teach the young kids here. But he taught them how to make paper stars. So the little ones wrote with quite a lot of help, I think, wrote their dreams and their hopes for the new year on the paper stars. And then we were able to staple them to the curtain behind, where two of the rangatahi made, and they're actually emerging artists. As I said to them, I know there will be a time where I say, "Oh, I knew Pariwai and Holly before they were famous."
And they do feel very much like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Those girls are going somewhere. They are. And I just felt like they talk about snowballs rolling down the hill, that each person who came in, Olga's not with us today, but she had clear ideas on how we were going to process the flax. And then she got COVID, so I had to start harvesting the flax, and we were trying to guess how much we needed, because we knew that on the day that we had set aside to harvest flax, it might have been raining.
Yeah.
And we couldn't run, so we had to have flax.
So maybe some of the people listening don't understand that when the rain comes down, you can't
harvest.
Yeah.
And so
those are all important lessons on the journey, really, aren't they?
Yes.
And really special, because it's like an immersion activity, really, isn't it? How do we die? I mean, I remember going out the back there and seeing Olga with her pots, like the sorcerer.
Yeah. And she spent a couple of days in her garage at home.
With her pots of spells.
With her pots of different coloured dyes.
So did the kids come and have a look at each of the different processes as they were being done?
Well, we tried to have... We tried to allow them to have the process so that they began with... We were talking about what is Matariki, and as Pariwai said, it's different people have different emphasis.
That was a beautiful mihi that she did that morning. It was, I couldn't have dreamed of anything better. This beautiful young wahine toa sharing her vision, and her memories, and that was lovely too. So this huge basket of amazing taonga that you brought. Can I ask you now, Coral, that you're coming in for the first time? So Henny's been coming for since I managed to drag her in here, and it's been wonderful. But this was your first time at our holiday program and joining our community here at Otara.
Yes, it was. I mean, Whai Helen's always talked about this holiday program. My sister runs this holiday program, but I've never managed to be...
really.
I've never been able to come, so...
You usually up to Hinga at the appropriate time, eh?
Yeah. So she did say, come along. So I couldn't make the first week of the holiday, so I was like, yes, bring my kids to a holiday program, obviously, and come and help Whai Helen. I don't do rāranga.
You do now.
I do now. So, well, that's right. I was coming to learn myself as well, and so I didn't know what to expect. But, yes, I just instantly felt the wairua, the love in this place, the community that come and go, and the kids, they're just also beautiful. You could feel it instantly. So, I just enjoyed that, and then I came here and I thought, oh yes, it is Matariki. So when we learnt the Matariki song and that, I learnt that song. I just thought how beautiful it was, the kids coming together. And my kids were involved with all of that, It was just a bonus. Yes, it was a holiday program, but it just was so much more. Like, it just had this essence, this beautiful wairua, Yes. So I learned myself just how to be, and everyone's whakaaro on Matariki, like I'm trying to find out what that is as well. But I'd like to thank you and the mahi you do and everyone that comes here, it's just beautiful.
Amazing people.
Yes.
We're so lucky to be, have that opportunity to be part of such an incredible community.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, just raving about it to people who would listen to me.
Me too. Been doing that for 20 years.
Yeah. I've been to this holiday program at Otara. It was amazing. Yeah.
Well,
It was just the 3 days I was here, you know.
Yeah.
So.
it was very special. Thank you. So if I ask you, because I promised this wasn't going to be very long, but and we could talk for days, sometimes I do. One of the things I wrote down when we were talking was that what if you can take one thing away that you'll remember about this time together, what's the one thing or the one part of the event that sort of was zooming past, part of the celebration that you'd remember, that you'll take with you?
Yeah. Are you asking me?
I've been asking you in a minute. You get time to prepare your answer.
For me, it's just that feeling, that feeling of whanaungatanga, whakawhanaungatanga, us connecting.
He wahi mahana ni.
Yeah. Feeding our babies and the babies being happy, and that's what I remember here. Like, yeah. For me, that's the big.
It's what draws me
Well,
every day.
this is the heart thing. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, we can't buy it.
We went out to places and stuff, and we did other mahi. But the people that come and run this place, they're Ngāko, they've got Ngāko nui, you know, and so you feel it. And the kids, beautiful. So that's due to you guys. And
all of us.
Well, that's right.
Kata.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I've taken away from this holiday program.
Yeah. Thank you. It's kind of more than that, though, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
it's the centre of my universe, really.
Yeah.
You know, I can't wait to come.
Yeah.
And it drives me to, sit at my desk and make all the bits work. But when you come and someone, I didn't know you a month ago, and now I feel we do.
Yeah.
Because we've shared really important time together. And hearing you see what I see.
Yeah.
But what we wish for as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're here.
I mean, I'm not naive to think there's lots of mahi going on behind it to have it happen, because I was blown away with what you guys have organised already, taking the kids here and there. And
that was the cops that helped us most of it.
Yeah. But it wasn't obviously very busy. But you guys...
It's good though, isn't it? Action-packed. What's happening next?
Yes.
Would it be fun if it rained? Would it be fun if someone cancelled the planting?
So I'll know what to expect next time I come, just to be...
Okay. But it won't be like that, of course.
It's exciting. It's a bit like kura, actually.
Yeah. Well, that's right, the same.
Yeah, that thing that...
Is that how you guys know each other, from kura?
Yeah, from kura.
Yeah.
How long since... Carlos came when he was 5 or 6?
6.
So your kids have been kura papa all the way through?
Yeah.
It's
and
amazing.
obviously I like working in the garden, so this is the guru of the garden.
The Mala Queen.
Yes, so I've learnt a lot from Helen.
That's probably...
And I've learned a lot from you too.
Oh,
But that's the thing. I think there's a whakatauki, and I'm hoping you remember it. It's ma whiro, ma something ka oti te mahi. And it's about ma whiro, ma pani.
Ma pango, ma whiro.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I shouldn't use a whakatauki. I don't know properly. But it's about that... there's the chiefly people and the everyday people, and that's how the work is completed. And I had this, I can remember one particular cup of coffee I had with Ellie, and we started to talk, and I could see in my head this cloud with the stars and the lights and a background, and that Holly didn't know it yet, but she was going to paint the background. And there was that vision, but I had to hold it lightly, because if I held on tight, the other people couldn't put their treasures into.
Yeah.
And like Jamaica and his paper stars, which were just perfect. And
He's an amazing young man, isn't he?
Oh, he is. And I've known him since he was, 4? Something like that.
Not much older than that. Certainly not. So, magical moment.
Actually, the night that Steve and I were here and nobody else was here, and we put it up, and then we turned the lights on and we went, it was so cool. And it was for 3 weeks or something, about 90% of our conversations were about, are these the right fixings?
Oh, yes, I remember that email. But you know what I do remember is your email after that conversation with Ellie, and you're saying, well, this is what we're thinking. I think, yes, it'll be wonderful. So we're going to start a wrap-up. Sadly, I'd love to talk for hours, but when we were sitting around last Friday afternoon, and first it was Hui in the corner, and then it was Hui and Twaini, and then it was Hui and Twaini, and then Esther, and they were saying, oh, I just love it here. It's just so peaceful and it's so beautiful. And then that afternoon we had a meeting with Mata Whenua, and I won't use any names, but this amazing Waiting Rangatira sat, and she said, God, I love that corner there. That's where I'd be if I got half a chance. I just love that place. And I explained that you guys have created it for us. It will forever be a magical, special place for us in this whare. And that's the gift you've left behind, plus the promise that you'll return. So, see, it's all recorded now. That's not going to get cut out. I can't wait to see where our next adventure goes, and thank you for being part of something really special. Together,
Yeah.
we make special things.
Whiro, pani.
Yeah.
Tira.
It's about it is the raranga of the strands, yes. And we'll practice it for the next podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everything you do.
Kia ora.
Wouldn't be any other way.